Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, formerly the Angel School, and we are here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Aries for the month of April 2022. So before we begin, I'd like to welcome everyone who's returning to this monthly series and anyone who's new as well. Before we get into the reading itself, I'd just like to highlight a few things. Number one, if you haven't had the opportunity, I've already posted the monthly energy reading, the general monthly reading. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you do. And I'll try to remember to put a link in the description area of this video so that you can watch that. Also, for this year, since it's the 10th anniversary of my YouTube channel, and we're transitioning from the Angel School to Angelic Wisdom. The person who's doing my designs, it might take a little time for us to get it all done because it's a busy season for him as well. But I'm just getting us used to the new name. But since it's the 10th year, my angel reading, first time promotional offer angel reading, will be available to everyone this year to use as many times as they would like for this year. So just to remind you of that. And there's a link to my webpage where you can purchase that reading or any reading that suits your needs. All right, so let's begin. First, by just taking a deep breath. And letting go and being very aware of your heart space. Just tuning into your heart space and aligning with the center of peace and calm and awareness. And no matter what you might find as you try to brave past the illusions of the ego, just be aware that this exists and that your intention is to connect with that place of peace within yourself, and know that that intention is enough for your angels to connect with you at this time. And the Archangel Raphael is coming in to support you in helping you with any healing that is necessary, but also to help you to form that bond with your inner being so that you can be in alignment with all the abundance and all of your gifts. And I'm also seeing Seraphiel. And he seems to be working with Archangel Raphael. And there is something about supplies that there are things that you require, that there's a feeling of insufficiency of supplies, of resources that you might need. And they wrote the word supplies. And so Archangel, the Seraphim, Seraphiel, is accessing you through the Archangel Raphael to illuminate your imagination and your mind, to be open to the divine will, to your higher self's intuition. And he's given Archangel Raphael, the codes to override certain belief systems that are preventing you from expanding beyond these perceptions or limitations. And now a beautiful unicorn, beautiful white unicorn, is stepping in, and his mane is very long and curly. Just gives me a sense of being, because I've never seen them show themselves to me with that. So it seems to be a unicorn that has a little bit of hierarchy. I'm not quite sure what that is at this moment. But that unicorn is also stepping in to pour into you its diamond white light. And it's writing about something about sabotage. So there is something that you need to pay attention to, that you often will sabotage yourself. And it's also about, as I'm feeling some things in my throat chakra, about expressing yourself. So if it's about expressing a gift or something, there's something you do, and you know what it is, that you sabotage an opportunity. You're afraid of being vulnerable in some way. And now is the time to allow yourself to really shift out of. And I get a sense that you're going to be really moving out of this, but you first need to be aware of it. Don't fight against it, don't wrestle with it, but try to be open to what this lesson, this challenge keeps coming up for you, and that there's a way to respond differently. And Archangel Raphael is writing something about separation. It's almost that you are unable to separate, like, truth, separate the what is the two comparisons, to separate the illusion from fact or truth. And they're asking you to have faith. They're asking you to have faith. And I think what it is that we keep seeing the results. And the results are really the illusion. The outer experience is really the illusion. In fact, and what I mean by that is because what's coming up inside of you. So what you're witnessing is the results of all the things that you've believed and thought before. But that does not negate what is happening within you, the responses, the way that your intuition is becoming aware, making you aware of choices and opportunities and possibilities. Those are now your reality. This is your truth, even though it has not manifested. And this is what faith is. It's about taking action steps on that information that is not seen or has not provided any evidence, because it's up to you. The universe is wanting you to experience just how incredibly powerful a creator you are, to witness the birth of a spark of an idea within your heart, within your soul, and that you feed it and nurture it by your faith through your actions to make it come about. Through your vision, through your dreaming, through your imagining, you pull it, you summon it into your reality. And so they want you to witness how you can change the reality that you are experiencing, how that it's coming out of you. They're inspiring it to you, assisting you with that which you've chosen for yourself already. But because there's so many layers to who we are, we're not always aware of what that is. Okay, and so we do have, in fact, the Archangel Seraphim Seraphiel. And it says, tune into the divine will, open to higher illumination. So it's going to be really important for you. And Archangel Seraphiel, or Seraphim Seraphiel's main color is blue. So he uses this color to really illumine your mind, okay, and to help you to access greater awareness and possibilities. So all you need to do is be aware, set your intention for yourself in this month, Aries, to be aware of the ways that your mind is being illumined, to see resolutions or new solutions or alternatives that you would never have thought about before. All right, the card on the left, let's look at the Major Arcana theme that we're dealing with this month. The Moon card. So it says intuition, illusion, revelation. So pay attention to what's surfacing from beneath. So I like this because we have an angel, we have this celestial body that's in the heavens, right above, and normally we have, this crab or crayfish coming out of the water, the subconscious below. So pay attention to the triggers that come up from beneath that usually cause you to make a decision where you sabotage, and then you keep repeating this vicious cycle. At the same time, be aware, and all they want you to do this month is just be aware of what the illumination that's coming to you. Be aware of and separate illusion from truth. And focus on the truth. Your truth resides within your soul, meaning that aspect of you that is inspiring you, that is revealing to you ideas and thoughts, visions that you have not been able to perceive before. Trust that. Have faith in that. Take action upon that faith, that conviction that you have within yourself. All right, and let's take a look at the Minor Arcana message from the Guardian Angels and see how that is unfolding for you this month. Now, this is the Seven of Air reversed. Okay, so I'm just going to turn it right up so we can see the image. So when I look at reversals, I see them as it's telling us what we need to work on, right, internally, like personally for ourselves. Like it's like turning the card inward, and so focusing on that inner awareness. Now, this title, awareness, caution, consequences. One of it's not depicted here, but it's one of the things that's come to me about this card is not being so focused on the deception aspect of this card, but a role that we might need to play in order to sort of get into the mindset of someone else, or an attribute that you need to embody. Okay, and I would say that this card, people see it as a card of deception. I would also see it as a card of playing a role, faking it until you can make it. So that the idea here is that you might need to isolate a few key characteristics or attributes that you can easily embody, that won't be difficult for you, but that also links with the mindset of the possibilities that you're being shown, because what tends to happen is you sabotage yourself, and by giving in to the doubts. So instead of giving in to those doubts and letting it cancel out those options for you, find a way to connect with a few key attributes that you know that you can tap into easily, that'll empower you to be able to trust the vision that's being given to you within, to be able to transform your character a little bit. Okay, so I would work on the way to work with this is and this is what it means to fake it till you make it, is that you find this attribute and that you try to or characteristic, let's just say I don't know if it's confidence, or it could be a specific role. Like it could be that you need to it could be something more less general and more specific, wherein, let's say, you might be afraid to get up and like create a video, for instance. And what you do is maybe you practice just creating a video with no intent to publish it. And you just do it every day until you feel practiced at feeling more confident. And you practice whatever it is you need to be to act like you are, a presenter. So this is what I'm kind of getting. So like get to sort of play that role. So this is someone who usually who puts on a role, and they deceive others, as our traditional thoughts around this. But we can use that skill to the advantage to build character, or to build confidence, to obtain a goal. All right. So again, pay attention to what messages are coming to you. Pay attention, be aware of the inspiration that's coming to you. Be aware of those old beliefs and how they trigger and create, prevent you from achieving your goals. And then think about the ways in which, what is it that you need to do in order to get yourself ready to embrace that change. Because what we're talking about here is that we're used to behaving one way, and we need to start to implement new patterns of the behavior of where we're going. And so this idea here is to find a way to practice that, to cultivate that person. I did this when I was after my first year teaching. I had to stand in front of the mirror and look at and I had to practice facial expressions. I had to practice phrases that I said in response to some of the things, because I got laughs. It was a horrible first year, like can be for most people, but I practiced. And when I went back, I had created Mr. Jones. Literally, I practiced, because it was not my confidence I don't like confrontation. I don't like, being in arguments or saying anything to people. And I had to practice, and I had to do it on behalf of the kids. So that was my motivation, that I was protecting them and their education, making them feel safe in my space. So I practiced this person. And so this is something that you might need to do as you are trying to change your life, and you're trying to embrace or accept new ideas or roles for you to participate in. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful month.